Here's my thoughts on the current state of the game as a hardcore player. Loot incentive. There is no loot in this game anymore. Trials of Osiris, we were promised yearly a new armor set. Where is it? We don't have it. The weapons are all obtained by most of the hardcore audience. Where is the loot? Give us loot incentive like we had in D1. I did quick play and got a God Roll Ice Luna. Where is that? Why am I going to play quick play when there's no good loot? Why am I going to play trials if there's no good loot? Why am I going to do the dungeon if there's no good loot? Why am I going to play anything in this game when I've got every single loot that I need? Where is the new loot? This is a looter shooter game. Where can I find the loot? I got everything. I don't even go to the postmaster anymore. Maybe other people do to clean up their postmaster and get legendary shards. I get nothing. There's no loot. I have enough of legendary shards. I have enough exotics. I have everything in the game. What else can I play that will give me more loot? And think about the players that don't play too much. Why are they going to do the dungeon if there's no good loot? Why are they going to do trials if there's no good loot? We need more loot in every single game mode. I got a God Roll Immortal. An Immortal week is coming up. I don't need to grind hours of trials for a God Roll anymore. I'm done. Where is the variety factor? Where is something, a cosmetic I can add on? In D1, we had emblems you can obtain. The Scarab Emblem. Where is the Scarab Emblem in D2? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, a Scarab Emblem was obtained after going flawless and winning a certain amount of games, or a random drop after playing games on a 7-win card. Sure, we got the Iridescence Emblem now, the Flawless Emblem, which is cool. We need more of that. I like that. That was a good innovation. That was a good idea. We need more of that. We replaced Pinnacles with exotics. Like, that's cool. But why didn't you just give us loot? Why did people grind comp when it was dead? Rose. It was good loot. Then they took away Rose and gave us worse loot. You get what I'm saying? We need more shaders and mementos and more playlists. A reason why people play trials every week is for that gold memento. That was genius. Add that in more game modes. We need more good loot, more good cosmetics everywhere. Let's talk about matchmaking. Fireteam based matchmaking. Fireteam based matchmaking, in my opinion, sounds good on paper, but does not really implement well, such as trials matchmaking. When you match other teams based on your fire team, I'm not really matching any solos. I'm not really matching any duos. I'm matching fire teams of 3. Now, that sounds like a good thing, but when the population's low, you're just matching the same teams over and over and over again, which gets pretty draining playing trials or even doing carries and playing the same stack team. Now, I've had some cards go where I match the same team 5 times. 5 games out of the trials card, I match the same team. Why? Low population and fire team based matchmaking. The duo queues are the people that are matching solos. I get it, not everyone can get a fire team, but so then the fire team of 3 based matchmaking is suffering, and then the solo queue is suffering. The only thing that's beneficial right now, in my opinion, is the duo queue. Now, that's just trials. Let's talk about quick play. I thought fire team based matchmaking was gonna help quick play and make it so stacks versus stacks. That's not really the case. Quick play is supposed to be an overall non-sweaty experience, but, you know, hey, we got, you know, skill-based matchmaking. And skill-based matchmaking may be good on certain situations, but for a casual playlist, I don't think it's good for the overall health of the game or the player's experience. Now, comp is a whole different topic, but fire team-based matchmaking in general, I've only seen negative reviews from there. I do think fire team-based matchmaking is making the state of the game even more dwindled down. Players do not like lobby balancing. Sure, they'll do the solo experience, but lobby balancing just ruins their experience overall. Now, I also want to touch on that skill-based matchmaking. I don't think it's good for Destiny 2's hardcore experience. Maybe it helps the players that play 3 games a week for their pinnacle. Sure, but for the overall hardcore players experience, it really is fatiguing to play, and it's not fun. I don't want to start a game with some casual friends and then we get my skill-based matchmaking having a horrible experience with the games. How am I supposed to introduce new players to the game or even returning players when the matches are literally sudden death matches going down to the last minute, and it only gets worse with lower population over time? And I would like to add that a lot of players' feedback for the Guardian games recently was really good because they like connection-based matchmaking over SBMM, and the majority of the community I saw played way more 66 than ever before. Currently in Destiny 2, the most recent map is Disjunction, and let me tell you how much I dislike Disjunction. I back out of it literally every time. Anytime I play with friends, they back out of it as well. Now let's talk about maps in general. The reason why I'm bringing up Disjunction was we got that map after 3 years of waiting. We have had the same maps for years, and in my opinion, there's only like 5 good maps. And if you're those people that enjoy like a certain variety of maps, well, good, that's great. but you only have that one map, maybe two. As PvP players, we are starved of maps. And you're saying, Pure, well, these maps play well and, you know, it's good for Destiny. I don't see the negative of re-adding all the maps or having variety of maps in general. But man, I just want some new maps. The maps that we play currently, some of them do not play good. I can go down the list, such as Vostok, Eternity, Disjunction, sometimes even Distant Shore. And I get it. There's people that like those maps. I totally get that. I'm not saying take away those maps. I'm saying give us all the maps vaulted. We've been itching for maps since probably 2017, 2018. Variations of the map would be freaking great. I would even take that. For the current sandbox of Destiny 2, we have Immortal PK Titans, SMGs being super oppressive, barricades and rifts, slowing down the gameplay overall, in my opinion, obviously. I do think that we should get frequent tunings. Otherwise, everything just gets stale. I mean, if you look at D1 and how they left the last sandbox, it was just like sidearms and it just got really repetitive. I do feel like in the current sandbox, we've been playing this for more than a year. I think even since Witch Queen, everything's been kind of similar. And I get it. People like this type of playstyle, that type of playstyle. All I'm asking for is new variations, maybe every 3 months. Maybe a tuning every 2 months. Just frequent updates to sandbox. Currently, I feel like the main thing that everyone uses is Immortal, and it really does need a huge nerf. I get it. If we nerf Immortal, there's going to be the next best thing. Cool. But Immortal has been pretty prevalent in every game mode, and in my opinion, it is no skill ceiling whatsoever. And it just takes the fun out of most PvP players' experience. Tune extreme outlier weapons more quickly to ensure passive gameplay and subclass abilities like Titan Walls are dealt with. Rifts and walls promote passive gameplay. Passive gameplay equals boring and uninteresting for the player's experience. I also want to add that I think Well and Bubble are very strong for Trials of Osiris. I do think Bubble and Well should be slightly nerfed, and even the Arc Titan super is really, really useful compared to every other super currently for PvP. My suggestion is definitely nerf the cooldown on Well Irradiance and Bubble for Dominion Trials to make Trials of Osiris experience more equal and a large variety for other supers to be used. I feel like cheating has become even more rampant again, just like the Beyond Light days. I have no idea what's going on. I match a cheater in quick play. I match a cheater in comp. I match a cheater in Trials of Osiris. Even a Elim, they're flooding. I do think there needs to be a crackdown or a stronger version of the anti-cheat. I have no idea what's going on, or even what Jake recommended, you know, somebody on the sides banning somebody manually, potentially, you know, just like Apex has it. In my opinion, cheating is a big problem with the state of the game currently. Yeah, as Sentence Zero added, he thinks that in terms of cheaters, the issue is that they don't get banned as fast as before, which I agree with as well. Zim and Cronus too, which in my opinion is soft cheating. I do think that's a big issue as well. People associating with Zims and Cronus users that are currently still using those devices. Bungie has said this year that they don't accept that and it's frowned upon. I do think that us not having a proper system to detect them currently, which is the issue right now, is letting them run rampant without any bit of punishment. They said that they were cracking down, but I still see the same players using it. Again, it's another reason why the cheating problem is running rampant in the state of the game currently. Servers are going down every other week. It's a bad thing for the new players' experience and the hardcore players' experience. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people get off stream or get off the game for the day just because the servers are going down. It's hurting everybody's experience overall, and it's making people less interested in the game. We need more reasoning why the servers are going down frequently. They've never been this bad. As someone who's played the game for almost a decade, I've never seen server issues more than the year 2023. And let's talk about an example, the mid-season patch. Everyone was excited to play. The game was supposed to launch a reset and got delayed 5 hours. This isn't even a brand new DLC. That is getting ridiculous. We need answers, and we need the servers to be working frequently again. I feel like a lot of players are feeling neglected due to the announcement of Marathon. We know the heavy hitters that worked on Destiny's best PvP moments, their main team or those guys are working on Marathon. So as a PvP player in the year 2023, we have a reason to point at certain flaws now compared to before. PvP players now have a reason why things aren't going the way they are. And most people at this point, they're not upset. They're not disappointed. They just don't care anymore. And when people lose that ability to care, it's really bad for the game. And that's why we're at this current state. This concludes my current thoughts on the state of the game. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out my live gameplay at twitch.tv/PureChiLL. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.